a bunch of shows that were supposed to come to Disney Plus, but there have been some issues. Here are the top 5 Disney Plus shows that have been problematic at best. At number 5 is High Fidelity. Way back in November of 2019, it was announced that a new show based on the Nick Hornsby book was headed to Disney Plus. There was a movie by the same title starring John Cusack, but it was rated R. In the Disney Plus version, Zoe Kravitz would be the lead in a PG-13 version. Well, what happened to this show? It's not on Disney Plus. However, it can now be found on Disney-owned Hulu. Why did Disney decide to move the title over? The co-creator of the show said the following: Disney Plus never constrained us. When they realized that the show was maybe bigger in certain subject matters than they could handle, they set us free. So the show's always been what the show is going to be, and they did nothing but support us. This seems to be a larger issue for Disney Plus. What kind of material will live on its service? At number 4 is Muppets Live Another Day. This was going to be a show that was set in the 1980s and took place right after Muppets Take Manhattan. The show was being developed by Josh Gad, Adam Horowitz, and Eddie Kitsis. The latter two are behind the Once Upon a Time series. Splash Report said that the plot of the show would see Kermit the Frog reunite the Muppets after Rolf disappears. So far, this sounds kind of intriguing. A missing Muppet, Kermit leading a search party, and it's set in the 1980s? All of these things sound very interesting. Unfortunately, the project was announced as not going forward. Josh Gad himself posted the news on Twitter and on Instagram. In that post, Gad explained that Muppets Live Another Day would have been directed by Avenue Q director Jason Moore. Look up Avenue Q if you don't know about it. Deadline reported that there was, quote, a discrepancy between the writing team's creative vision and that of the top brass at Disney-owned Muppet Studio. At number 3 is The Tron Show. This series was never officially announced, and the news of its existence just popped up. The Hollywood Reporter said that it was being made by John Ridley. Yeah, the guy behind 12 Years a Slave was going to do a Tron series. Now, back in 2019, John Ridley signed a 5-year deal with ABC Studios. Tron would have been one of the series he'd develop. The Hollywood Reporter said that the show was never officially greenlit. However, the series was in the works for months before things fell apart. Now, this is depressing. A new Tron show could have been something great for Disney Plus. Right now, the service is pretty light on Mandalorian-level content. Ridley's Tron could have been on that level. At number 2 is the Lizzie McGuire reboot. This show was officially announced. It had Hilary Duff returning as the title character. Gordo would be back, played by original cast member Adam Lamberg. Lizzie's family would be played by the original actors too. The reboot would focus on the Lizzie character handling adulthood with her friends. The series began filming in October 2019. So far, so good, but the show is not happening right now. What happened? Well, Disney decided to fire Terry Minsky from the reboot. Minsky just so happened to create the Lizzie McGuire show and was returning as showrunner. A Disney spokesperson said, quote, after filming 2 episodes, we concluded we need to move in a different creative direction and are putting a new lens on the show, end quote. Duff was not too pleased with this and posted this on Instagram. She said, quote, I'd be doing a disservice to everyone by limiting the realities of a 30-year-old's journey to live under the ceiling of a PG rating. It would be a dream if Disney would let us move the show to Hulu. This is a complete mess. And the number 1 most problematic show for Disney Plus has to be the ObiWan Kenobi series. Here's what's going on. There is an ObiWan Kenobi series in development. Ewan McGregor would reprise the role. Both of those things were announced at Disney's event D23. The series would take place 8 years after Revenge of the Sith and 11 years before A New Hope. McGregor said the series would last for 6 episodes. Here comes the Hollywood Reporter again, and it said the series is being cut to 4 episodes. The same article said that only 2 scripts were written, but Lucasfilm had issue with them, so the scripts were thrown out, and Lucasfilm is looking for a new writer. The series was supposed to start filming in the summer of 2020. McGregor talked to comicbook.com and said, quote, this is kind of a mess, just go along with me. It just slipped to next year, that's all. The scripts are really good. I think that so now that episode 9 came out and everyone at Lucasfilm's got more time to spend on the writing, they felt like they wanted more time to write the episodes. I read about 80-90% of what they've written so far, and it's really, really good. And instead of shooting this August, they just want to start shooting in January, that's all. It's nothing more dramatic than that. It often happens in projects. They just wanted to push it to next year. End quote. No official release date for the series has been announced yet. Meanwhile, there are all kinds of rumors around Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy. Take this with a grain of salt, but one YouTuber says that Kennedy was banned from the set of The Mandalorian Season 2. His reports have been accurate before, though. Disney is in a bit of a transition period. Its longtime head, Bob Iger, is no longer CEO. Kennedy's contract will continue through 2021. We'll have to see what happens. Are you still using Disney Plus? Is The World According to Jeff Goldblum your favorite series? Let me know. I'm Aya's actor, and there's no way I believe you about the Jeff Goldblum show.